Good morning, everybody. I hope you guys had a nice weekend. Happy Monday. I'm sorry for those of you that were rooting for the Dodgers. It was a very sad loss, but hey, there's always next year. But anyways, so this is your warm-up for today. Remember to always write in 5 to 7 complete sentences. That's how you get full credit for your warm-ups. If you're not writing complete 5 to 7 sentences, even if you get a stamp from me when I return, doesn't mean that you're going to get full credit. But anyways, in the United States, do racist laws or laws that were based on race exist? Give an example of the law and its impact. And I know some of you guys already started your project on Friday, so you guys should have a little bit of an understanding on what this is and if this exists at all. So the sub can go ahead and pause here, give you guys about 7 to 10 minutes to answer. And then once you're ready to continue, you can just keep watching the lesson for today. So if you guys remember on Friday, we talked about group work expectations. What does a successful group and unsuccessful group look like? So as you guys are working today in your groups, please remember these expectations. Don't let each other down. You guys are in here as a community. And then just to recall, on Friday we talked about this document that I found at the Museum of Tolerance, right? And this was basically a law that said that they only wanted a certain group, and in this case it was a Caucasian race, and it says so right here, to occupy a certain block, and I believe this is LA. And so laws like this is basically how race was developed as a social construct. And so this is what you are going to be looking up, not necessarily this law in particular, but you guys have your own assigned laws. So these are the 9 laws that I wanted you guys to look at. And if you weren't here on Friday, then please sign up for either 6, 7, 8, or 9. But for number 1, I have Maricruz and Javi DLP. For number 2, I have Juan, Chris, and Jeremy. For number 3, I have Emily, Krista, and Javi. For number 4, there's Renee, Kayla, and Asanti. And number 5, there's Chan and Victor. So remember that you should not have any more than 3 people to a group whatsoever. You can have 2, but you can't have 4. And you shouldn't be working on your own. Okay? So these are your group roles. You are either the designer, the researcher, or the fact checker / editor. The designer, you're going to be creating the first draft of either your poster or your slides, whatever it is that you guys wanted to be doing. The researcher, you're going to be making the final decisions about information that will be included on your poster or slides. And the fact checker, editor, is going to be looking at the overall product at the end and making sure that the information is accurate, thoughtful, and free of errors. Now, this doesn't mean that if you're a fact checker, you're waiting until the very end to jump in and help. Okay, you're going to be grading each other at the very end. So if, as a fact checker, you're that person that's waiting till the very end to jump in, you might not be getting credit for this group activity. Okay? Notice the researcher is just making the final decisions about the information. That means that as you guys are working on this project, you guys are all researching together. You're all coming together to create the final visual, the final project. Okay? So before you guys leave today, you guys should have this page complete here. And this is in Google Classroom. And I'll show you guys what that looks like. So the project is here. Okay, this is your timeline. So on Friday, you each got your laws, you figured out your roles, and you started your research. Today, you should finish your research, so you should have all your information. You should start your slides, so that tomorrow you finish your slides, you do your edits, you figure out how you're going to present, and then on Wednesday, we're going to be presenting. Okay, so I need this filled out before you guys leave today. Who is the designer, researcher, fact checker / editor? And then this research information sheet must be complete before you leave today. Page 3. Okay? So finally, this is the rubric. We'll go over this tomorrow. This is essentially how you will be graded on this project. But please make sure you're working diligently and make sure you finish your research before you leave today. Alright, I'll see you guys later.